Audio. Okay, we should be live. Ta-da!
Sweet. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Children of Midnight. Sans one Claudia, alas. She had to step out, but
I just got the
um
picture of her.
What?
oh
Oh
my
my god.
gosh, there's two of her. That's amazing.
She's just
Thank you,
chilling
Rowan.
right there, taking, like, you know,
You gotta do what you
Vibin.
gotta do, you know?
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Our question of the day. If you were a type of potato chip, what type of potato chip would you be?
Didn't we do this one?
We did
I said what
favorite.
was your favorite type of potato chip, but this is different.
This is being a potato chip.
This is being a potato chip.
Is there a cupcake flavor?
No.
There could be.
Because I feel like I would be a cupcake flavored potato chip.
I would be the Frito flavored twist honey barbecue ones.
I was about to say that.
Those are that is the most flavorsome chip, and they are also the weirdest chip.
I was
So,
thinking about going with the barbecue chip too, but then I was
Well, the
like,
thing is,
cupcakes.
it it
cupcake.
it satisfies the primal urge to eat rotini.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
When I make a pasta where I like the sauce better than the pasta, I always want to use that kind of noodle because it just holds the sauce so well. So those little twisty things just hold the flavor so well. Yeah,
Yeah, but also crunch. You just take
yeah,
the dry pasta,
and you get the crunch.
crunch.
I'm all about squeezing every drop of flavor out of life that I can. So that'd be me.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys on this one.
Yeah, it's about
Hey,
who you are as a potato chip, not who I
Ace,
am
you
as
are
a potato
missing
chip.
a critical portion of childhood if you did not eat raw pasta.
Like, I did. It wasn't good.
I ate raw pasta yesterday.
I can't eat pasta
Oh,
because
But
my body
pasta,
hates me.
I think next week's question should be what's your favorite shape of pasta? But that's for next week.
and you already know mine.
Now,
Wow, we already know what the question is, though.
We
That's
can think
gonna be
about it.
cheating.
well, you can think on it,
Because
formulate your
then,
ideas.
but then Claudia is gonna be at a distinct disadvantage to answering this pop quiz.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm
I'm
good.
suddenly comp.
Oh,
How do you
And
think?
Harry, you're suddenly me.
oh,
Oh,
And
we've
you're
switched places?
yeah, and that's because comp your picture is gone.
I know.
And
Just give
Harry,
me
you
a
appear to be
second.
frozen.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
A
the
Harry
tech's
face.
going great tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just having so much fun. Hoy. There we go. Oh, now we're thinking about it. We got one. Trying to get the other one. Come on. Ace, I believe in you. I believe you can get your picture working.
So, orecchiette is an underrated type of pasta.
The tiny little eyeball ones.
What?
There's these teeny tiny little ones that are look like you know those perler beads, the beads that you put on the thing and you
Oh,
iron.
my mind is saying orzo, but I know it's not it.
Yeah, I know that's not the name of it. Anyway, they're super tiny. They crunch really well, but when you cook them up, the texture just screams to me eyeballs, and I don't know
Hmm.
why.
Like
So,
eyeball soup
yeah, I've never consumed eyeballs of any creature that I'm aware of.
that you're aware of.
Well, there might have been a worm in something that I ate that was grounded up. Like I've eaten hot dogs. I could have potentially eaten an eyeball,
You
but
probably ate eyeball.
at some point. But I don't as of my consciousness, I have not consumed eyeballs. So I have no idea what the actual texture of them would be, but for some reason I think that pasta would be eyeball.
You know,
if that makes sense.
I think of them. Oh, hello. There you
Yay!
I don't know what just happened. I was getting ready to switch gears so I could do it on my phone instead.
are. Okay. Are we all ready to get started?
Yes.
Hopefully video splinching is done.
Hopefully, yes. We've had enough issues with the tech. May we be done this evening.
Fingers crossed.
Oh,
But okay. So, phoenixes. Phoenixes are a breed of bird in this world, obviously, and they are fucking enormous. Like huge, like maybe two houses stacked on top of each other huge.
Bigger than an elephant,
Um,
huge.
bigger than an elephant huge. You know, when they flap their wings, they can cause storms. Um,
Gotcha.
they can breathe fire and shit.
They're big motherfuckers. They're hard to miss. Gotcha.
big friend,
Yes,
big friend.
but you know, their feathers are also extremely valuable because they're an extremely potent source of magic.
Their feathers
And
would be as
when,
big as we are.
yeah, and when brewed into a potion, it can cause miraculous regenerative powers, even after someone seems to be dead. Probably like the first 10 minutes after. So obviously, these are a very hot item.
Yeah.
So, phoenixes are also smart. How do
Uh-oh.
they stay hidden?
Mm,
The first thing that popped to my mind is that they have just a straight up city in the clouds. But no,
like they're incredibly hard to
you have
get
to go
to.
there.
I don't know. You're smart witches.
Yeah, we're not that smart, witches. Anyway,
And you are missing the person with the flying skateboard.
yes, that is also an interesting point on that piece. I'm gonna say that
Caravan.
they are smart and they are um hard to find. Like you would
How?
think that something that's the size of a two-story building, you could see it from like across the room, but they're hard to find.
I kind of imagine it as like 90% of them is like that the kind I forgot that my mic didn't have a stand, and I'm
Ah,
sorry about the audio quality up to this point. Um I'm doing so well right now.
What you gonna do?
But so I was imagining like you know how most of the flame it's kind of invisible and you just see like the ripple and then like you
of
just
the
see
heat.
like the very center of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of it appears a lot smaller than it actually is.
Okay.
So it's easier for it to hide,
Hmm.
Okay.
but it's also very hot.
So
Yeah.
it's got some like heat, light warping, bending stuff that makes it really hard to see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good camouflage. That would be very
We're
good
making this
camouflage.
so difficult for ourselves.
Yes.
We're like, you know
um,
what'd be fucking cool?
Yeah.
and
They have
We
them
honestly,
at
should
the
not be left to
zoo.
our own
It's
devices.
super easy. They have them at the zoo. And you can
Yeah,
just
they're
like
sorry.
no. We're
we're just being
fucking around.
yeah.
Please continue narrating. Oh, great and
I
gracious
think
GM.
they live in the oceans. Because you know the coast's pretty populated. Um, but you know, oceans, great big wide open space, good place for bird to fly around, make nest, vibe.
They
But
probably
the
need
question
some
is, can they
islandy
lock their
place.
wings like an albatross?
I would assume
I
that they'd be able to do whatever they wanted to because they're that big.
They're just megafauna, and that's all that matters.
Well, I don't think phoenixes have they nest down for a very long time, so they don't need to lock their wings to have these wild migration patterns. They're sort of short, intense burst of flights birds.
Like the peacock.
Um, yeah. But you guys are smart witches, and you guys are smart witches with some connections. How did you manage to track down a phoenix to its ocean lair?
I would like to say first off that there was probably some research involved in that. Most likely using the Library of Research to find things like where phoenixes have been historically spotted.
And what sort of things they eat.
Yeah, what their habitat requirements are.
Yeah, and then like Harry, I'm assuming would then like use their mycelium to kind of like look around and see like if there was any like within like 500 miles or whatever of New York. Um,
Yeah, that probably took quite a long time, but it's
yeah,
doable with
yeah,
enough time and energy.
yeah.
You know, the north is cold and the north is less populated, so they're more likely to go north of here because they don't get cold. They're made out of fire for crying out loud.
And I imagine they have just like this giant like orb of like slick ice as their like nest,
Ooh,
like underneath the ice or something.
that'd be cool.
And it's just like very slick and it's like an orb around where it is because it just melted all the snow.
So, Northern Expedition takes a good amount of specialized supplies. This is going to take you like maybe a week of so or travel to get to this phoenix nest. Um, who do you owe a favor to for these specialized supplies? Who helped you get these?
Probably Rara Avis. I mean, let's be honest.
And maybe even like Richard pitched in a little bit cuz like it but like I don't cuz like I'm imagining it as like he's kind of thankful to us for getting this thing out of his brain and like
Did we ever
helping
tell him
him
we got that thing out of his
heal.
brain, or did he just kind of
He feels
accept
better
it?
now and that's all that matters.
Yeah, okay.
Um
Well, I think I'm not sure you would be able to find Richard at the current moment. He's not at his usual haunts.
He's dealing with some stuff.
He's going through some things.
but don't I have his number in case of emergencies?
Can you touch a phone?
DMing emergencies? No, no, I mean like I throw a carrier pigeon his way. I sent off a small fake creature that I found in a dumpster and nursed back to health.
That's a very entertaining idea, but I think he's out for that. I just think he needs to deal with some things for like maybe a
Okay,
week
that's
or
fair.
so before he's back in the game.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's had a rough couple of days.
Yeah, I hope he's talking to a therapist about it.
Me too. Um,
You're the GM. You can just say he is.
well, it's more fun to leave some things unanswered.
Yes, yes, it is.
But this is mental health, okay? We take that shit seriously here.
True, but Richard does not.
As seriously as we take anything.
Listen, do I need to play another game of Wanderhome with him? Because so help me.
Okay. So, you have your boat loaded up with your Arctic faring supply, or not really winter water faring supplies. Um, what specialized equipment do you think you need to catch a phoenix?
Fire resistant clothing that's also like insulated. Because I figure if something's insulated against fire, it'll also help keep us warm in the cold.
Yeah, kind of like how oven mitts are.
Yeah, yeah. Oven mitts help in both directions. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming
so like
out,
quilted clothing of some sort
yeah, oven mitt outfits.
with
You know
that like
that,
flaming retardant kind of.
yeah, those metallic blankets that they put on you when you're like hypothermic, mylar something. I'm assuming there's
Yeah.
some mylar lining and shit in this.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That scans. That's what they use for those hot or cold bags.
Hmm.
Cool. So you got some stuff to protect you from the temperature.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking we
Oh,
might need some pickaxes. Or those spiky things that attach to the bottom of your boots so that
Yeah,
you get
that
traction
tracks.
in icy, snowy spits. What do you
So
think,
this.
Harry?
Oh, sorry.
So in my 8th grade science class, one of my professors was talking about how she had gone on an Arctic expedition and how somebody she had gone with was like, I'm not gonna eat chocolate, I'm gonna eat healthy up there. But like, you kind of need chocolate because it doesn't freeze all the way through and it has high calories in it. So lots of chocolate.
I'm good
Nice.
with non-frozen chocolate.
Like, it doesn't
So
freeze through enough to like make it so that you can't eat it.
it takes about 3 days to make it up to where the phoenix nest is. Um,
By boat?
by boat, yes.
Okay.
What are you two chaos gremlins doing in those 3 days?
Harry is probably like telling the child stories of their exploits and like feeding them all sorts of uh like feelings about it and such.
Helen
And
is
like
also doing probably very similar things, not realizing that Harry's telling them to the child. She thinks they're trading weird stories back and forth. And so Harry is feeding to the child their reactions to the weird shit that Helen was up to when she was a teenager.
that's incredible and I adore it.
Nice. What is the worst moment you share on this ship?
Seasickness.
Yeah. I was gonna say they probably both get fairly seasick because
Oof.
it has been mentioned before. Oh wait, no.
Yes, Helen already gets seasick.
Helen
It's
gets seasick, but I
yes.
think Harry also gets a little bit seasick because they're not used to this much water.
Considering that, who drives the boat?
Um, I I kind of feel like Harry has some like mycologist friend in Maine or something, and so like that's who's driving the boat for them.
What's a mycologist?
A mycologist is a mushroom scientist.
Shit, they must be nuts over you.
Yeah, they're really good
Yeah.
friends.
Could you tell me, like, maybe a name and a bit what this mycologist is like?
This mycologist's name is uh mm, God, I can't remember first names right now, but Trowell is their last name.
Greg.
And honestly, I feel like the reason why Harry can't remember their first name is because they just call them Trowell all the time. Because Trowell is non-binary also, and kind of just prefers when people just call them by their last name. Because it's like, oh, cool, I don't need to teach anybody honorifics or anything. I can just like be Trowell, and that's all that matters.
One
Or
name,
Dr.
Yeah.
Trowell if they're
like
really
Cher.
feeling fancy.
Alan, what were you going to suggest for a first name?
Greg. Because it's just. But if they're going to be non-binary and
You can still be
prefer
Greg and be
Truel, then we'll just call
non-binary.
him Truel. That's fine.
Truella
Tru-
Deville.
oh Lord.
Trowell. T R
I
E
know.
W E L L.
I know.
It was a bad pun.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Um, yeah, so I think that like Harry's been around for a long time, and so they've kind of like traveled here and there around the country, and they haven't really gotten outside of the continental U.S. because well, and like Canada and Mexico
Mhm.
because like sea voyages are a lot and they're not about it, and I'm pretty sure they couldn't ride in a plane even if they wanted to. Um,
Could you tell me a bit about Truel's disposition? Like, what sort of personality do they have?
um, I don't know if you've ever met a mycologist, but they all have a very specific. Most of the people who go into mushroom they're very like they tend to have a really um I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. They tend to be really interested in sustainable living, and also just very yeah, but we're just gonna make this about Terrell instead. Terrell is you know likes to play with substances that may or may not be entirely legal.
Well, they
Um,
study mushrooms after all. It would make complete sense that they would study psilocybin,
there is a reason why a lot of people get into mushroom hunting.
which is now
um,
legal in Oregon. Thank you. I love living in this state.
nice. Um, yeah, apparently if you grow your own, it's also not illegal, which is fun. Um, oh shit, this is a stream. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Um, yeah. I'm sort
not legally
of
aged.
imagining
Please
Truel as
don't.
I'm sort of imagining Truel as like aggressively positive.
Oh yeah, they're like the people that they walk around in the forest and they find like a rotted tree and they're like, "Oh my god, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Look at how many mushrooms are on here." And he's like, "This is the best thing ever." Like
Look
I
at the
love mushroom
adorable cap
people
on this
so
one.
much.
You know, that kind of stuff.
Both like
Um,
leshies and whatnot, but also just like legitimate mycologists because they're fantastic people. Um
and what's in it for Truel? Why did they agree to come out here?
I think they're kind of in it for the adventure and kind of like for the like for the experience of it. Like winter isn't really the best time to be looking for mushrooms, so they're kind of bored.
I've seen some good winter mushrooms. Okay. Um,
Yeah, but it's not as cozy as during the summer.
so
And he
Truel
already
serve at oh,
yeah, you go.
Truel serve at the front of the ship. And you hear them call, "Whoa, look at that!" And you see these like giant sheets of ice, um, like jagged out from the water, sort of in these shades of blues and silvers, and like they sort of reflect the sun in these sort of waved patterns. Have you ever seen something so pretty?
That is
Once or
gorgeous.
twice.
I'm going to look through the book real quick and see if these look like the wave patterns that it talks about in the book where it says, how to find a phoenix nest. Are these
Yeah, I
similar?
think I think those match the wave patterns pretty well.
Excellent. Good news. Careful, there's probably, ice under the water here, and we don't want to crash the ship.
Don't worry, I got my eyes peeled.
Oh, Lord, thank you. Okay.
So what do you two want a phoenix for, anyways?
Research.
We're making a baby?
Oh, Harry, you're going to be a parent?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Congratulations, that's incredible. Do you have a name picked out?
No. We figured it would kind of choose for itself.
So, what do you need a phoenix feather for with a baby?
Oh, uh,
I'm noping out of this conversation.
do you think Truel is a witch?
Do you?
I feel like Truel isn't, but Truel is acquainted with a number of unbound witches, and
They need to snitch.
yeah, but also just
Cool.
like they're real chill about everything. So like, of course, being an unbound witch is another thing that they're. Plus, they're kind of against like institutions in general, so they're like really not a fan of like the order and shit. So, you know, fuck the establishment and whatnot.
Institutions just get in the way of learning. for learning's sake.
Yeah, so I think Harry is gonna be like, well, so I already have the baby, well, the child in my brain, and we want to give it a body so it can live out in the world.
Whoa, sounds complicated.
Very.
All right.
And
I can
Harry is,
vibe
of
with
course,
that.
like vibrating with excitement over the fact that something is very complicated.
And so she pulls up, and you see the ice is blocking your way forward. And she's like, "All right, looks like this is your stop."
Thank you so much.
For science!
Are you just gonna stay here?
L'chaim. For
We
science.
might need to make a hastier retreat.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
If
I
we
sort of wanted to see the phoenix, if I'm being
Oh,
honest.
you want to come with us? Of course.
Yeah.
all right, figure out how to moor
Oh,
the
cool.
ship. And did you bring along some flame-resistant outfits?
I'm assuming we sorted this out like before we started.
Yeah.
So yes.
I mean, I've gotta be flame resistant, 'cause you're pretty hot.
Oh God. That's the only reaction. It's like, oh God, and it just turned away.
Are you hitting on Helen?
I can't handle this. My last ex turned evil. Let's just go.
It takes Helen a while to like warm up to people, but also like maybe don't keep your hopes up on that one.
So I'm gonna do an engagement roll. I haven't done one of these in a while.
Oh Lord.
So
Okay.
is this operation particularly bold or so first you get one die. Is
Okay.
this operation particularly bold or daring? Yeah.
Depends on what you're rolling on.
Um
Are you
let's
rolling on
see.
the guy hitting on me, or are you rolling on going after a phoenix? Because the going after a phoenix, I feel
This
is
is the setup roll for
multiple.
going after the phoenix.
Okay.
So this is what sort of situation you start in.
Alrighty.
I don't think you have that concrete of a plan on how to get the feather, so I'm gonna take away a die for that.
I
I'm
think
kind of
Harry's gonna
hoping we
just
can
try and
find
talk
shed
to
in the
it.
nest.
What?
We've got differing plans, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I feel
Harry's gonna
justified.
try and talk to it. Helen
Okay.
has something else she's planning.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
So yeah, I'm gonna roll one dice for your engagement. Ooh, whoa, wait, that was cocked. Shit. It's still cocked. What the fuck? Okay, 3.
Goody.
Which
So,
ones? What were the cocked ones?
a 6 and a 2.
Of course. Of course. So
Classy,
3,
classy.
somewhere in the middle.
You're
It's
in
on
the middle.
brand for us.
But still, you're gonna start in a desperate position. As you hear this sort of great rumble, the ice vibrates underneath your feet, and you know how when ice breaks, it makes a strange ping, like sort
Yeah.
of sound. You hear that all around you, as you see this great big swirling storm begin to coalesce, as soon as your feet hit the ice.
Well, I think that's a sign we're in the right place. Dooga 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 dooga.
Just continuing onward.
Yes, yes, definitely moving onward. Do we see anything that looks like an entrance?
Give me some sort of roll.
What kind of role are you looking for? Search kind of thing?
Yeah. What do you think?
Surveyor is my guess.
Sounds
And
good.
I'm like, where are my dice? Where are my dice? This is my only dice that I can find right now, which are my teeny tiny dice. We'll see how that works. I rolled a 2.
So you do not see the entrance to wherever there is. You just see shattering, cracking ice all around you. And a voice seems to echo from everywhere. And it says, You dare step foot in my home, insolent mortals. Very cheesy 90s
Ooh,
villain.
spookski.
I'm mostly mortal.
Oh, it speaks in common. That's helpful.
Harry's just gonna legitimately talk back to it and be like, well, see, we were wondering if we could have one of your feathers because we're trying to build Smolkrum so that this eldritch child that is living in my brain can live in its own body inside the world.
uh, roll roll something, and you're probably gonna start at 0 effect.
Roll something.
Anything to see what you got there. Sway maybe? You're trying to talk to an ancient phoenix creature and you're explaining to it that I need your feather to bring some kind of monstrosity into the world. An eldritch
Hey, it's
horror.
my baby.
You're the one who called it an eldritch creature.
Hey, it's my baby.
It is a baby, but it's an eldritch creature, which means
It's
So
beyond
it was
human
a
understanding
baby.
and
desperate
causes
0
brain melting.
effect right now.
I think I'm gonna push myself.
To get extra dice or to bring to alter position or effect.
Um, to alter effect.
Limited effect though, right?
Yeah. We'll see if this works out. I really fucking hope it does.
I really was hoping to sneak up on it.
Here goes my one die. Actually, I don't like that dice. We're not gonna use that dice. That dice is evil.
Is that the dice that was evil last time? Yeah.
We're gonna
No.
use this dice and hope for the best. Everybody wish sixes on me.
We're doomed.
It's a 4.
Better than a 1.
That's a success with consequences, isn't it?
It is. So, this is hard.
Yes.
This is
So the
hard.
success is, I think, the storm sort of, it doesn't abate, but it sort of freezes. It is eerily still around you as the phoenix's assault ceases. Um, and the phoenix says, "Oh, what's in it for me? What gift could you offer for one of my magnificent feathers?"
Um, the thing is, we have no idea what you who have been around for eternity could possibly desire. So maybe you could give us a hint what you might want?
What would a phoenix want?
I mean, shy of plutonium.
um, Harry and Helen, just take a guess. What do you think a phoenix would want?
Some kick-ass cookies.
Might be
Um,
a little hard to eat.
yeah. Well, okay, phoenixes have been around for they live a long life because they die and are reborn, right? They live out in the ice and stuff, and they're the size of a two-story house. What do
So I
they?
don't think they're into gold like dragons.
No, I don't think they're into hoarding things. Um, in the Chinese mentality, that you have the duality of the phoenix and the um, dragon, where dragon is one side and phoenix is the other. So it would make me think that they want things that dragons don't want. But what don't? I've
That's
just made this riddle harder on myself.
You really
yeah.
did. You really did.
So I think the Phoenix says to you, um, it seems like it would be hard for mortals to offer me anything. I do not desire material goods like my cousins.
What about stories?
We have those in spades.
Yeah, we've been telling each other stories this whole past couple days.
Why would I be interested in your puny mortal goings-ons?
Because that's the stuff you don't get to experience.
It's different and original from what you experience.
Sorry, head not working.
Are you getting a
You don't
404
want it to
error?
be this easy, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I let you get off pretty easy with giving the Fae a recipe book.
Hey,
So
hey, that was, hey, Faye love loopholes, and that was a brilliant loophole, okay?
It was.
true. So I think the Phoenix says, I have lived longer than you have even been alive. Your lives are but a speck in my memory. I have heard tales from the greatest bards alive, seen kingdoms rise and fall. What could your stories do for me?
The-
Insight? You've seen kingdoms rise and fall, but you know that there are basically only two
yeah, there's a
stories.
reason why books keep on being written.
Yes.
It's because there's the different perspectives make the stories worthwhile. Because then it helps you see another part of existence that you're not able to access on your own.
I think I know what this Phoenix wants, but I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it.
Okay.
Go for it, and if we don't get it, try again.
Well, it's not abstract, just.
Is
Do you
it
want to
something
experience New
physical?
York deep dish pizza? Because we can deliver. It'll take us a couple days.
Oh, I didn't bring any deep dish pizza with me though.
We can go back, grab some, and get it here.
So far.
I think I know what I desire, friends. I would like magic. It
Oh,
is the one thing I do not possess. I would like to feel the power run through my veins. You see, the magic is all that keeps me from the mortal world, and if I were able to tame it myself.
I thought phoenixes were deeply magical beings though. I'm sorry.
Out of character, they are, but they're not magical in the way a witch is magical.
yeah, they can't
Okay.
cast spells,
Okay,
but
but like
magic flows through their
crunchy
veins.
mechanic wise, what do you mean by this?
Mechanic wise, I think the Phoenix wants you to bring them a witch to take the powers from.
Oh, so I can't give them like a couple of points of my essence so that they can get a taste.
No, this is not a small ask.
Cool.
You're wanting us to sacrifice some person's life so that we can get a feather to bring back another's.
Seems quite an equal exchange, does it?
I do not trade in lives. If Captain America won't trade lives, then neither will I.
I do not know who Captain America is, but well, if you're not willing
Wait,
to
you
barter
don't know
with
who
me.
Captain America is?
How can you have said you've heard every story if you don't know
You
of the
said
greatest
you've heard
hero?
every
I heard
story, but you
every
don't know
story.
about
I said I
Captain
heard every
America?
worthwhile story.
How
You think I
dare
care for
you,
your
Hey,
sir?
if
feelings?
you don't know who Captain America is, you can't know whether or not Captain America's story is worthwhile.
Look, this is beside the point. If you are
No,
not willing
it's
to barter
not!
with me, get off my island.
We're fucking nerds!
How dare you tell a nerd that a Captain America story is not worthwhile. We will share words, sir. I have climbing gear. I want to see what your nest looks like. And if you're going to be a D-bag, then I'm just going to climb this rock.
Out of character, are you sure you want to do this, Helen?
Yeah,
no.
absolutely not. No.
Helen, fuck no.
All right, so Harry's going to
Harry
grab
will
Helen by the
literally,
back
like,
of her
grab
hood, the hood of her
scruff
jacket, and pull her back in.
Helen's neck.
Yeah.
I have a proposition. Why don't you bring me some sort of artifact that lets me use magic? And I'll hold the other thing. It'll be a debt, a little bargain between the two of us.
An artifact that'll let you use magic. I might be able to build you a charm, but the problem is that artifacts require magical components. That's why we're coming to you. We're trying to build an artifact.
Well, dear, I'm a phoenix. If you are in need of components, you are in the right place.
So what you're saying is that you will give Helen the components that she needs in order to make an artifact for you,
Correct.
and as much time as she needs to make said artifact.
Well, I am not a patient phoenix, but
You have forever, okay? You can't be patient for like 2
I
months.
do not have forever while my brethren are hunted around me. I must.
Surely people
Who do
don't
we
kill
have
you
to
guys for
who
your
do we
feathers.
have
Why
to
would people
fight to
do
make
that? That would be
stop?
incredibly stupid.
Who's been hunting phoenixes?
Okay, out of character, I believe we marked hunting of mythical creatures as yellow, I believe, on the sheet.
Yes, this is
Is
accurate.
this
Yes, but
someplace we
like
want to go?
who is doing it? We don't
Uh,
want to like yeah.
out of
We just want to
character.
know who is doing it so then we can fight them.
um,
Harry is going to
I
like
believe it's
Harry does not like the mistreatment of magical beings.
I believe it's a group of humans just like you. Um, they
Just
call
like us.
they call themselves the Grail Hunt. Yes, all you humans are the same. They call themselves the Grail Hunting Club.
Oh, Lord.
You say you know humans, but then you say that we are all the same? How many humans have you met?
Look at you. You
Like
have
the three of
eyes.
us are deeply different.
You have two eyes and some limbs and a
You
little
have
squishy
2 eyes
body.
and some limbs. And I don't know if you're squishy or not because I can't touch you because you're too hot.
With that argument,
Thank
we
you.
look the
I
same.
appreciate the compliment.
Uh,
I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth.
Harry's just gonna fucking lean into it and fucking wink at this.
Is a mushroom flirting with a giant bird? I just need to make sure that I'm clear on what's going on here.
It is what it is, baby.
Alright. So just so we're clear. Alright. I got it.
It's fine.
Alright. If you're willing to give me not even a full feather, just one little fletch, the little stringy piece that comes off, let me see what I can do with that. Okay?
All right. I will give you your feather. I will give you the fletch you need to make your artifact for me. And until our bargain is repaid in full, I expect that you will continue to bring me more artifacts. As tribute, we shall say.
Wait. What bargain?
Well, I give you a feather,
Mm-hmm.
and either you give me a witch or you continue to bring me artifacts.
The bargain was to bring you an artifact that would allow you to utilize magic.
That was not. That was to extend our terms.
Extend our terms.
So out of character, the Phoenix asked for to drain the magic of a witch, but if you were willing to make them an artifact, they would be willing to have that as a debt and give you the feather now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
but they would still expect a witch to drain at some point.
Yes, and if you take that, they will continue to expect artifacts for as long as you don't bring them a witch.
But like,
I am not
I
comfortable with the sacrificing of others.
yeah,
Ye-
that's
okay, is
literally
this
the opposite of what our group is
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Like
I
like
understand
speaking
that.
out of character here. I
Yeah.
don't think this is something that we're like comfortable with doing at all. Because
Okay.
we're sitting here trying to figure out how to like unbind witches because
Yeah.
we don't like that. Giving a witch to a person so that they can steal that witch's magic is like everything that we're against pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, valid. Do you want to alter the terms of the bargain for just a continuous stream of artifacts?
Yes, I would be willing to do
That
that.
feels a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. So they will expect artifacts as long as you are living.
All right.
At what
Are
frequency though?
like it takes me a while to make these buggers. They are
Yeah, no, it
not
understands.
not
They
quick.
understand.
Um, would you be willing to supply pieces for the artifacts? Because let's be honest, they need magical pieces in order to be
Of
made.
course, and if you need something to sell to get another, I would be willing to supply you with that. But
So
if you sell it and it's not for this, I would be greatly unhappy, and you know how that would end.
yeah, that would be bad. Let's not do that. Um, so all I want from you is that which you no longer need or want. So the feathers you clean out when you're preening, um, toenail clippings, um, you know, the stuff that comes out of your brush when you brush your hair, like that stuff. Like not your poop, maybe your poop. Just you know, just
Helen, what the fuck?
I'm
I'm
insulted that you think I need something so banal as a brush, but I will forgive it this time.
I'm assuming you preen.
I thought you were fully gonna say this.
If
Just
I was
mind
you, I would preen the
poop.
heck out of him. Like, dude.
I thought you were gonna legitimately say that this bird does not poop.
I'm sure it
You're like,
poops. I don't know if I
it's
want
a
it.
lie.
Helen probably wants it, but she's trying to be polite. So, any pieces of you which you do not desire anymore or need anymore, and in exchange, I will give you pieces of me that I no longer need or desire, which I know that you can use against me later,
Why would I want pieces of you?
so that you can track me
Seems
down.
gross.
Well, yes.
It's disgusting. I don't want your fingernail clippings.
It's useful for tracking someone down. That way, you make sure that I'm holding my side of the bargain.
If I need to track you down, I'd just fly over to New York City and burn it.
That's fair.
Can
Okay.
Question.
Yes, Harry.
For these things, is there any chance that to exchange artifacts and components we could meet somewhere a little bit less out of the way for us?
Well, unfortunately, I am a little bit homebound as I have brood to take care of, but
Okay, that's fair.
Completely understandable.
There.
When you're done when the eggs hatch, can I have the shells? I mean, do you eat the shell or can I keep it?
you are a very greedy human. I will save you some
Yes, yes, I am.
Now, shoo, get off my island. I have things to attend to.
Have a good day.
Okay, fine.
Harry will like, oh, do you want some chocolate? Oh my god.
You are a disgusting little thing. Get out.
You don't want chocolate? That's fine.
No, I don't want chocolate.
What do you eat?
None
Whales.
of your business.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you for not eating us. Bye.
Yeah, thanks very much for not eating us. It's a good shit.
Don't. It is insulting to even insinuate that I eat humans. Just leave.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
And Harry goes to the ship.
So, did we leave with the components? I'm
Yes,
confused.
yes, you did. It flew out of the ground, I don't know, and landed in front of you. Um, you now have some phoenix feather. Woo!
Multiple?
But
Did you just say plural?
we can't sell them. We can only
Well, I
use
think
them
you
to
have
make.
one like full feather for the child.
Yeah.
And I think you have a couple of assorted broken ones.
Okay.
But not like full ones that we could sell because
Yeah.
they don't want us selling it.
Yeah, they really don't want you selling it.
Extremely fair. Cool.
So that would raise questions and whew.
Extremely fair. I'm sure Helen will find more than enough use for it.
But yeah, congratulations, you have just made and
Potion
alliance with maybe
components.
the rudest fucking phoenix on the face of the earth.
As it should be. That's exactly what we deserve, okay? I can't believe my plan of just talking to the thing actually worked out.
See, my plan was to sneak into the phoenix's lair, like see when it left, sneak in, find where the nest was, see if any like feathers had been taken out to soften the nest, and take one of those.
You were
So,
gonna steal the feathers that were warming the
hell
egg?
yes. I didn't know there were eggs in there. I was just gonna steal one or two, but I was
You
just
would
gonna steal it.
steal the
Yes.
you would steal the feathers out of the fairy nest.
Yes.
You have to ask nicely. You need consent for this shit.
So I
I
think
would
I'm
steal
going
them
to
without
start
hesitation.
at 12 o'clock called The Phoenix Demands Repayment. And it's just gonna continually tick down. I'll roll one dice every time, so it might take up one, two, or three every round, and yeah.
Okay. All right. When we get back home, I'm gonna have to start figuring out what I can make with chunks of phoenix feather, not a full feather, just chunky bits.
Um, shit. Sorry, let me open. So I think once that's all over and you're safely back on the boat, Terrell goes, "Whoa! I never thought you guys handled that phoenix like a pro."
That is what we're paid for.
You thought that was a pro. That's excellent. All right.
Be cool, Helen. Be cool.
I'm trying. Let's see. Never mind. I was trying to figure out some way to turn this into awkward flirtation. I just couldn't come up with anything.
I appreciate not coming up with anything.
What are you gonna do with the phoenix with the? I mean, that's a lot of money, right? You could sell that.
No,
No.
we're making the child a body. Why
And
would
if
we
we
lie
sell
to
it,
a
the phoenix will
phoenix?
come and eat us.
Didn't the phoenix say it didn't eat people?
Yes. I'm
But it
assuming you
will
would burn
burn
down New
down the
York.
entirety of New York.
Yeah. Which would
There
still
are
end the
Yeah,
same
people
way
there
for
that
us,
we care
regardless.
about.
that's valid.
Not to mention we live there.
Yeah.
Probably should have mentioned us living there first.
Oh yeah, shit. Oh fuck.
And somewhere a clock ticks down.
Well, you guys. I'm sorry. Oh my god, gaping plot hole. You know what? The phoenix can read minds now. I don't know.
Well, usually that's something. Well,
Or maybe there's some sort of like
his
New York license plate on your ship.
historically,
Or
you can
maybe,
only speak the truth in the presence of a griffin.
or maybe you guys just have a strong New York accent.
I wouldn't put it
Yeah,
past
that
us.
definitely is how we talk.
Anyways, do we want to do downtime this session or wait for Claudia for that?
I think
Oh,
wait
were
for
we?
Claudia, but I am going to try to figure out what kind of.
I thought we were both gonna work on the the clock to make the baby happen.
Yeah.
You're really close for that. Honestly, I'd like to have all of you there for the baby.
For the baby to
Oh.
be made. We should all be there.
Like, honestly, like 2 more rolls or 1 more roll is gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to do a little bit of in-game research as to what kind of um, artifact would give Phoenix access to magic or
We
something
could
like that.
probably go to Rara Avis and ask around there because probably somebody there knows it, right?
There was
Then
another
we can have
artificer
our
there.
yeah.
We can go there
We can
and
have
get
our
ideas.
little Rara Avis visitation too,
Yay. Okay.
without
Yeah,
there actually
maybe.
being downtime.
Yeah, well, let's do an abbreviated downtime, and you'll each get 1 action.
All right.
So yeah, so you're gonna go to Aurora Avis to ask around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Who are you asking?
I'm going to ask the other arcanist that I met that one time.
Oh, the radish.
Yeah, the radish gentleman.
The radish gentleman. I have his name actually in my notes. Let me see.
What?
Yes, his name is Dragor.
Dragor?
Dragor the radish.
Dragor. The
Eh.
Dragor the radish. And I can't remember, did he ever speak?
Not
No.
like
Okay, I think
Yeah.
they said
I think
he
you
spoke.
narrated that he was talking, but you
yeah,
didn't
but
say
you
his
didn't like
voice or
speak in his
anything.
voice. Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about things is what it had been, but not like exactly what we said or anything like that.
So you walk in and he's like, "Hello, Helen. It is good to see you again." And he
Hey,
pulls you
Draco.
into a big muscular hug.
That's awkward.
Muscular
Thank you.
hug.
He's
I'm just imagining what a muscular radish looks like.
You should.
I'm assuming
It's
red and kind of veiny.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Well, the beets are the radishes are like off.
Radishes are like white. Well, no, they're red on the outside, but they're
Yeah,
white
but
on
they're
the
white on the
inside.
inside. Yeah.
Okay.
Turnips
The
are the
opposite of
ones
us.
that are. Yeah.
Cool.
And beets are all red.
Yep. Through and through. Anyway, so radish gentleman, Dragor. I accidentally, kind of on purpose, made an agreement with a magical creature and need to make artifacts in order to appease it. So, do you have any suggestions on different kinds of artifacts that I could make?
Well, that's quite the pickle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good at those. Though I don't actually like
Hmm.
pickles. It's a thing.
You don't like pickles?
I don't like the vinegary smell. No. I don't like vinegar.
Harry has a peanut butter, jelly, and pickle sandwich and hands it to the radish man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Actually, I
Oh wait, that was in
photosynth-
the recipe book. We can't
Yeah.
do that.
Can't,
Oh yeah, fuck.
can't
Well,
do that one.
if you did, he would have said thank you, but I photosynthesize.
He doesn't need to eat.
That's wild.
Lucky you,
Yeah.
by the way.
I was just gonna say, I was thinking, cause like Harry eats, but also like so do mushrooms, so that scans.
What
Yeah.
kind of magical creature is this? Maybe that could help get the ideas going.
It's I think I'll be struck down by lightning if I say it out loud.
Okay.
I made it
Perhaps it would like.
It wants the ability to use magic. That's what it had said. That it is magic, but it wants to be able to use magic.
It had
Hence-
originally wanted a whole ass witch's magic, and we were
Yeah,
just like,
wanted us
hey,
to like
we
sacrifice
don't
a
feel
witch to
comfy
it,
with that.
and
Let's
yeah.
not do it.
Perhaps we could start it off with some illusory magic that's relatively harmless, but quite flashy and entertaining.
Sure, it's a good place to start.
All right.
What do you suggest?
Let's get started. And he starts walking you through how to build a circlet of illusion.
Ooh.
But if you're working with him on this, he's gonna notice the component you're using to power it eventually, and he's gonna ask where you got it.
The broken phoenix feather. Um,
Black market.
yeah.
They give us cast offs sometimes.
They are quite stingy. I never knew them to give cast-offs.
Let's just say that
They really like my cookies.
yes, everyone does.
I'll
It's
take
an
your
equal
word for
trade in their mind.
it.
So you know how a
Alrighty.
feather has the little fuzzy things that come off of it? So I'm assuming an actual phoenix feather is like 5 foot long because it's if it's the size of a house, that fits. So I'm just going to be trying to use the little fuzzy thingies, like just one or two of those per artifact. That way I can power multiples if need be.
Sweet. Yeah, so you do that. We're probably gonna start a new clock. I'll make it a 6 clock, for your first one. Why not?
Okay.
Um, and then, what sort of roll do you think this is? And you're getting help, so get an extra dice.
Well, this is obviously going to be a craft roll, in my opinion, because we're crafting a circlet.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to get an extra dice for it. So I've got 3 dice for it.
Can I also help?
I think one person can help at a time. Sorry, but you can totally be there, like
Mental support.
mental support. Yeah.
With my pom poms.
So 4. The highest I rolled in the 3 was a 5.
Okay, so that is now at 2 out of 6.
Excellent.
Harry, what do you want to do?
Harry, I think, wants to talk to the head of Rara Avis, that Medusa lady.
Shiva.
Shiva, yeah.
Oh, hello, Harry. Oh, wait, fuck. I gotta find her voice again. Let me look at her notes.
It was Shiva Silver something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so do you go to her office?
Yeah. I'm just gonna fucking walk into her office. I'll knock first, but yeah.
And I think she's in a meeting. So I think there's her. Who's she talking with? Um, it's her and this sort of voluptuous woman with a very low cut dress, very beautiful dress, and they're both sort of engaged in deep conversation over tea.
So Harry's like, you guys know about other covens, right?
Oh, hey
Or like
Harry.
groups that are hi, yes, sorry.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of something right now. Could you come back in 15 minutes, maybe, please?
Yep, sure.
Thank you. Sorry. We'll be right out.
Yep.
Okay. 15 minutes passes.
Cool.
Okay. And the woman walks out, and she's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you here before. Hi, I'm Margaret.
Hi, I'm Harry.
Nice to
Mycena.
meet you, Harry.
I
I'm
come here actually kind of a lot.
Oh wow. Yeah. I'm actually going to be. Shit. I'm actually going to be replacing the resident Baba around here. So you're Baba, right?
Yeah,
It's nice to meet you.
it's nice to meet you too.
I look forward to working together, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll see how it goes.
And she heads off. Uh, okay.
So that's
You
Margaret,
met.
the Baba with big boobs.
Yeah, the big boob Baba.
The big boob goth Baba? Girlfriend?
No, I'm just saying that, your girlfriend is going to have some competition.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that much like me, Harry is also poly and would probably have discussed this earlier with Rose. Um, would not be flirting with random mythical beasts otherwise, you know?
um, so you see, Shiva's at her desk, her hands folded. I think she pulls a mouse out of a tank and feeds it to one of her boa constrictors. It's not pretty, but it's not gruesome.
Harry's fine.
Yeah.
Harry
Harry has no problem with death.
deals with a
It's
lot
the
of death.
cycle of life.
Yeah,
Girls gotta eat.
death to feed life is the best kind. Um,
Hey, Harry, thanks for waiting.
yeah. So I met a mythical creature recently,
Oh,
and they mentioned that there was a bunch of humans running around killing mythical creatures.
oh, yeah, the Grail Hunters Club. What do you want to know about them?
As much as I can. This shouldn't be allowed to continue.
I agree with you, Harry, but this sort of thing has existed for hundreds of years. Um, I'm not sure. I hope you're not going to go on some sort of revenge crusade. Can you
What?
promise me that?
What about me ever would make you think I would go on a revenge crusade?
And she looks you dead in the eyes and she's like, Harry, promise me that you won't go running into this alone, or even with two people, or three people, or four people. You're
No, no,
going to
no,
need
no,
more
no,
than
no, no,
that.
no, no, no. I'll team up with extra covens. I'll get as many people involved as I possibly can. But firstly comes the whole planning part of things and destroying their public image. I mean, what?
All right, a mushroom with a mission. I can get by that.
Sorry, the mushy mission.
Um, the Grail Hunters Club is the most prominent of the monster hunting guilds, as they call themselves. They run quite a large market selling monster parts. Um, some farmed, some hunted from the wild, some farmed. Mm,
Harry just like is full like I'm gonna smack a bitch and steal all of their life force mode at this point.
Hey, that person we said we weren't going to sacrifice. Look at that. All right.
Well, it's not a coven, right? It's just a bunch of sapes.
yes, they aren't magical. Sometimes they do utilize magical artifacts or hire witches who are a little more unscrupulous. Um, their leader is actually quite a high-profile man. Um, his name is Jarek Jameson.
Derek Jamerson.
Jarek Jameson.
Jarek Jameson. Oh wow, it looks like I accidentally got another rival.
Oh
Amazing.
boy.
Who
Wait a
does
minute.
not know I
Jarek
exist?
Jameson. Like Jarek, like the Goblin King
Well,
in
I have it
Labyrinth?
spelled in my notes as which I just wrote right now as Jerak.
Very close. Okay.
Jarek?
Jerak.
Jerak. Gotcha.
Jarek?
Yeah, I just made up this name.
Okay, Jarek Jameson, head of
Grail Hunters Club.
Rail Hunters, is now officially on my shit list.
But don't get me wrong, we've tried to do things to combat these people in the past, but it's quite a well-established tradition and they have a lot of influence.
I'm not there. I can't say anything.
Harmful traditions need to be ended.
I can agree with you on that.
um, yeah, so then, yeah. Is there a way to protect against this guild?
Hmm, that's a good question. I can't say I've been focused on them recently. And we have our hands a little full. My apologies. I can't really sign anyone to it.
No, no, that's extremely fine. I was just wondering, like, what sort of magic would be involved in that.
Mm, I mean, they send out hunting expeditions every few months. I guess if you want to mess with them, interrupting one of those would be quite a good way to do it.
That seems.
They also have a base of operations. Um, it's an island a little far out.
I mean, like, is there a way to hide something from their view?
Oh, of course. I'm sure there's many ways. Illusion magic, um, getting wind of what they're doing and just warning the inhabitants, pretty standard.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Please be safe, Harry.
I will. I have too many people who would yell at me otherwise.
I count myself among one of them.
Yep, that is true.
That is a lot of paperwork.
Plus, Rose would be very unhappy with me, and you know, Sunshine
I now have the ability to resurrect
Helen,
you just so I could yell at you and kill you
Kate,
myself.
and the
I will say Rose
child,
would be a little
and
more than unhappy, but make it back safely. You'll.
and the child, and Harry's just listing off everybody in their support system because they're really proud of themselves.
Nice.
And
And
just like hands absent-mindedly hands her a chocolate bar. We had some extra left over, and then just continues with her saying.
I think if does anyone have anything else to do?
There's one thing I wanted to mention out of character.
Shoot.
Um, Going up against Jarek Jameson would be like up going against Jeff Bezos kind of thing. I'm trying to get an idea of
No. If you
scale.
tried to go against Shop Hub, that would be you versus Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Jarek Jameson is sort of like, um,
The guy who runs Jimmy John's because he kills animals and stuff.
you versus the head of Chick-fil-A.
Okay. So,
Oh, fun! I want to kill them too.
yeah. Well, no, you don't kill them. You destroy
Well,
them.
not
Much
literally,
more
but
efficient.
Well, yes, like kill their
Business.
seat of power.
So the way you go in the really real world, if you have beef with someone who's in that kind of thing, you do things like you protest and you um, boycott and you organize. So if that's something that you're planning on going against, you might want to take that into consideration. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this is gonna be like, this is gonna be like 18 clock or some shit. Like this is not gonna
Yeah,
be
this is not a
anything
quickie.
anytime soon.
Yeah, this is
This is one of the longer goals.
like I'm
Because
perfectly
you don't just
comfortable.
destroy systemic oppression and like.
If we could just get rid of systemic oppression, then we would have by now. But that's the problem
Yeah,
with systemic because it means that it's all pervasive and it's got its little tendrils and everything. And you got to find every time you snip one, you find two more.
yeah.
So,
So instead, what we need to do is, teach people this is not okay and
yeah,
do what we can to make sure that the next generation just doesn't straight up have any of this nonsense.
yeah,
Nice. I'm thinking of skipping XP tonight because we were missing a person.
And
completely fair.
I made a single roll, and I don't think Helen even rolled.
I did roll.
Oh, yes.
I had one roll.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a two.
We each rolled once.
But
I
yeah.
don't think that's XP worthy, but yeah.
Thank y'all for playing. Thank you anyone who's watching, which Oh, wow, we have 4 viewers. Well, one included, 3 viewers. Because I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm one of them too.
Rowan, are you?
I have to make sure the
Okay,
stream's working.
We
So we
have a
have a
single
viewer!
I
Yay!
keep single viewer. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see
Yep.
you
Bye
next week.
bye.
Or
Bye.